You guys know what we got to do. We got to start the show with This Week in Freight, powered by my friends over at DAT. Again, you guys, this is 100% viewer submitted. We do this 3 times a week: dry van, reefer, flatbed. The entire premise of this segment is to help you guys read freight markets and find stability. If you've ever been paying attention to the media or the social media, you guys understand noise sells, and it's not as volatile as you think. I'm never going to sit here and say it's not challenging at times, but you got to find the stability and bring that out to your guys' customers. So this lane we're breaking down today is a dry van. It is Allentown, PA, going to Indianapolis, Indiana. Now, no matter what, you guys, when I'm looking at this stuff, the first thing I pay attention to is miles, transit time, all of that stuff. This is going to be a great next day run for anybody out there. This is one of those lanes, though. You know how I always say miles matter? Friday to Monday isn't going to be that challenging to find a carrier on this one, because this gets drivers back into the Midwest. And if you've ever ran East Coast to Midwest freight, you know anything in the PA, New Jersey, Philly area, back to the Midwest, Indy, Chicago, stuff like that, it flies, all right? And I've literally moved this lane for 15 years, you guys. Like this lane performs well 12 months out of the year. Are there going to be pockets of tightness? There is on every lane that you move out there. But the fact of the matter is this lane is stable, okay? April showed 1258. We're back down to 1258 right now, right? There's a little spike out there in May. Again, as we're going through the 4th of July, this will probably increase this week out there. It'll probably taper back off mid to late July, I would say. But, you know, again, you guys, it's stable, okay? And that's what you need to find. You need to find that stable price to bring out there to your customers. Now, is there going to be times where you're going to break even on this lane or maybe lose money on this lane to service the account? If you're a quality broker, you're going to do what you got to do to move the freight. But more often than not, you guys, there's enough capacity running on this lane where it's not going to be as volatile out there that some people are trying to sell you. Now, if what you're moving and you submitted this as 1 pick, 6 drops, like, yeah, it's going to look a little bit different out there. But if this is your standard 1 pick, 1 drop load, this is about as much of a power lane as I've ever moved in the entirety of my career. And I think this is a very solid one for you to get into. And I would be very, very confident in keeping my rate the same, albeit this week during the holiday and next week during the holiday, there's going to be some volatility. There's going to be increased rates, but that happens all the time. And we need to understand that better as a broker community, that like markets change and it's not just always going to be easy for us, but you got to look out on this stuff. Look at this lane performance. And again, this time next year, I guarantee if you go back and look at this, it's going to show very similar peaks, okay? Because that's what we're looking for. Where is the spike? Okay, like where's the spike in the rates out there? Is there seasonality associated with this lane? And this one in particular, I've never really seen a seasonality of it. It's kind of just been excess capacity to get people back into the Midwest. But is that going to be every single load you move? No, it's not. But again, stable pricing, consistent capacity. As a broker, that's what your customers and your carriers expect out of you, and you can find that. This is one of those lanes, though, I would triple down on it if I was moving it. Like the one who submitted this into me. So again, pay attention to that outside of this week and next week. This lane is stable. And those stability markers, just a quick recap on what I look for is at $200 price variance. All right. 13 to 1500. That's a range. If it falls in that, that's the stabilization point I personally utilize when I'm out there trying to assess these lanes for my customers. But that's going to be it, you guys, for the dry vans. That's This Week in Freight, powered by my friends over at DAT. And again, if you want your lane broken down on the show, all I need you to do is email my team, podcast@thefreightcoach.com, and we'll break it down for you.